Hi guys, right here. So for this video is about who should you actually summon for the upcoming patch. And the upcoming patch here, we're gonna have Fu Qiu and we're gonna have Nahor, these two units here. So this video I'll be analyzing what unit I would actually go for and why would I actually go for and where is they actually good at. So previously I already made the Holden and Hoyin one, and in the end you'll notice that the one that I suggested, which is Holden, actually is more usage than Hoyin. Doesn't mean that Hoyin is bad, just that in terms of usability, Holden is actually more useful, right? So in this video here, I'll be analyzing these two units as well. Should you actually get them? It really depends on your choice, but I'll be analyzing them by my own perspective. So the first one is actually Fu Qiu. So Fu Qiu here is actually a very strong supporter and also a healer as well. Give you a lot of heals, and also the kit here is actually an upgrade version of Valerian, I would say, but without the chief death. So Fu Qiu here, if S1, basically you do damage, then you have turn meter push for 2 random allies. It's totally random, there's no specific mechanic to actually let you target, like for example Tsukuyomi can actually turn meter push the highest attack, but for her it's gonna be random. Then there's actually a passive here. Every time an enemy ends their turn, so if the enemy take the after they take the turn, Fu Qiu doesn't have the moonlit buff, then she will turn meter push herself. But if she already have moonlit buff, then she will reduce her own turn meter. So why she want to reduce her own turn meter is because to extend the buff duration, because if she can keep on maintaining in the moonlit state, then she can keep on giving healing and also turn meter push for your whole team. Then for S2 here, it's gonna be 3 hit, then every hit here will trigger the moonlit effect here for your lowest HP target. So basically 3 times of turn meter pushing and 3 times of healing for your whole team for the lowest HP percentage. Okay, only 3 times. Okay, then S3 here, which is the key part of Fu Qiu, which is gonna be 2 turn of shield for everyone with 24% of her max HP, then applies 2 turn of moonlit Vel, and then applies 2 turn of speed up for other ally, which means she herself won't get speed up. So why you don't really want her to get speed up? Because you really want her to maintain in the moonlit Vel state, because the longer she maintain in this state, then the better it is. So you can think her of Valerian, right? So if you look at Valerian kit here, it's at the start of the combat, you instantly have the Hazy Dream, give everyone 12% of her shield, and then give them basic buff. But Valerian here have a chief death mechanic, and if we look at Fu Qiu here, Fu Qiu is not a cheap, doesn't have a cheap death mechanic, but it's more about turn meter pushing and also healing for your whole team. So what kind of content will he be good at? In my opinion, I will say she's actually very good for high-end bossing content. Because when you are fighting, let's say in union bosses, then Fu Qiu here herself can replace Valerian slot and then keep turn meter pushing for your whole team and also heal, because she can fulfill the healing and also be a turn meter pusher for the team. It's actually a very solid kit, but I don't think that is a must get unit. Like when you have a Valerian, then probably you don't really need her, because if you want to get Fu Qiu, you probably still want to skill her up for the extra turn meter percentage, and then for the shield amount, and also for the heal. And I have no idea, before the 12% turn meter push, what is the original turn meter push, because it haven't showed like the base stats, right? But based on what I'm looking at, it seems like you kind of need to invest until level 3 for the S3. Then for the S2 here is a chance. So if you want to make it more consistent, you kind of want to scale it to level 4, unless you want to gamble. I assume the base chance is going to be 50%. Then if just 50%, it's not going to be very good. So you kind of need the lattice for her as well. Then for the S1 here, I will say I can actually ignore this part, unless you want to get the turn meter down for herself. Go to 8%. Originally, I guess it's gonna be 5% or 4%, somewhere there. So she's gonna need lattice, and we know that you kind of need a lot of lattice for our current unit already. But do you already have lattice for her? So in my opinion, if you're not a player that really want to min-maxing stuff, probably Valerian is all you need to actually compete in most of the content. And based on the Inferno content, like let's say Fu Qiu here is a green unit, right? So green unit, what kind of content you actually need the most heal? The most heal here probably is going to be Aurora, because Aurora here relies the most heal content to actually maintain your DPS. Aurora needs a lot of heal, but Aurora element is going to be red, which means you're not going to use Fu Qiu in Aurora because Aurora is going to do additional damage to your green unit, which is going to be Fu Qiu. So Fu Qiu is totally not able to use in Aurora already due to the elemental disadvantage. Then Doki Doki here, do you really need the heal? Really based on yourself. If you already can clear Loki Doki just by using Valerian, then you don't have the issue of using putting Fu Qiu for Doki Doki. But Fu Qiu will be good in Doki Doki because of the elemental, and then in Doki Doki, and it has a lot of enemy, so every time they take action, then Fu Qiu will help you turn meter push by herself, and then maintain your whole team with extra heal, and also turn meter push to cut off the enemy. So she will be good in Doki Doki, but Valerian does basically the same thing, which can help you clear the Inferno, right? Then for Tormenton here is green unit. You can use Fu Qiu here as well. Basically, Fu Qiu will be a Valerian plus Chucky for the whole team, because Chucky here, if you really want to use Chucky, you kind of you're using her for the turn meter push, right? Which is the this one, the Evi Maria, to turn meter push for your whole team. So if you are using, if you're a player that actually using Chucky the Echo and Valerian in Tormenton, then Fu Qiu can help you replace that 2 slot. So in my opinion, if you already can clear Tormenton Inferno, Doki Doki Inferno, then you don't really need Fu Qiu. You can actually skip her unless you're trying to min-maxing stuff, like you want to have a better turn meter pusher for your team and healer in the team for Cage Rumble, or probably you want to do more damage in Union bosses, or probably in future there's going to be more high-end PvE content, then she will actually be good. Or else, in my opinion, you can actually just skip her. Okay, but overall, if I really want to pick one to summon, I will go for Fu Qiu. But I don't think it's a must-get thing. It's not really that important to go for. Then the next one is going to be Nahor. So Nahor is a very simple kit. Basically AoE defend down and AoE freeze. Then S2 here is dispel all buff, and then 2 turn of block. Then S1 here is another defend break. So a lot of players is actually using Nahor to compare with Claws. But the problem is Claws is not just a defend breaker. The reason why Claws is actually so good for so many content is because defend break speed down and the hacking progress is the main part, because the hacking progress here gives you the damage taken increase and also reduce the damage deal by additional 40%. So that's the main reason why Claws is actually so good. It's not just about the defense break. So if someone is actually gonna compare Nahor and Claws, is actually not a good thing to compare with Claws, because Claws is a total different tier with Nahor. Alright, so that's the first thing. So what kind of content with Nahor gonna be good? It's gonna be good for Doki Doki Inferno, because if you already are using Kazuyo to control them with sleep, and if you want to have a defense breaker for your Doki Doki run and also another controller, then Nahor will be good because it fulfills 2 conditions: defense break and freeze. So you have a CC unit here and going to have defense break, but you're gonna see that this freeze here is only a 50% chance, and this is actually a max skill. So which means the base stats here probably is gonna be 30% or 20% freeze only, which means he is also need the Lattice. He also need the Lattice to actually be good. So in my opinion, just based on this part, if you already can grind Doki Doki Inferno, you can skip him. If you can't grind Doki Doki Inferno, you can consider for him, because providing you defense break and also providing still CC unit is actually a pretty solid choice. Just that he kind of need the Lattice for the higher chance, right? But let's take a look at the base chance when he actually released. And then I would say the best selling point is actually his dispel. But this part here really depends on the AI. Because if the AI is actually smart, he will actually cast S2 first, then he will be a good unit for Aurora. Okay, it will be a good unit for Aurora if you actually able to dispel first. Because if we look at Aurora here, Aurora is a red unit. So most player here is going to use Viper currently. If we don't look at the speed run and clear time, it's going to be used Viper for more consistent, because it's a blue unit and you have a dispel. That's the reason why we're actually using Viper here. And if his AI is actually smart enough to actually cast his S2 first to dispel, then he will be good for Aurora as well. okay, because Aurora have immunity. So if the AI is actually smart enough to let him cast Dispel and apply block first before he casts the defend down, then he will be good. Then he will be a pretty good replacement for those players who doesn't have a defense breaker for the team. For example, for me, I'm using Yeli, right? So I'm using Viper to dispel the boss immunity. Then I'm using Yeli here to apply the defense break. So I don't have a defense break issue. But for those players who is not using Yeli, probably you're using Marcia as your main DPS. Marcia doesn't have a defense breaker, doesn't have a defense break debuff, but only have defense ignore. And then probably you're gonna use who else? Who else can defense break? Dina as the defense breaker here. Where's Dina? Here. Then probably players gonna use Dina for the defense break, right? So if you don't want to use Dina and you don't have claws, you don't have Yeli, and you want a more consistent defense breaker, Nahor will be the go-to pick, which is Dispel and then defense break. But overall conclusion, alright, I will say I will actually consider skipping both of them. But if I already want to pick one, I will probably consider Fu Qiu, because I will say her kit is more future-proof, because providing a lot more different kind of unique mechanic in her kit, like providing shield, turn meter push, heal, and also speed up for the team, and also a lot of massive heal. So overall, I will say Fu Qiu have more potential for me to actually go for. But for now, since I'm able to clear every single infernal content in the game now, probably not Renkokutsu yet, but based on what I have now, I will consider that I might actually skip both of them. But I might actually consider Fu Qiu if I really need her, because probably she is also going to be good in Renkokutsu because of the green elemental here, and Renkokutsu is actually blue. Right, blue here, and probably Fu Qiu's healing can actually make a lot more difference in Renkokutsu. But for now, based on two of them, I will go for Fu Qiu. I have a higher chance to go for Fu Qiu, but overall you can actually skip both of them. They are not really that game breaking in my opinion, and Fu Qiu actually needed the lattice as well to actually be strong in my opinion. Okay, this is just my early thoughts before I actually have them. So if I actually went for Fu Qiu, I'll make another video like showcasing how good is she or how am I actually using her. But basically that's it. What do you guys think about these two units? Are you actually going to summon her, summon them, or what are you going for? What is your plan? Hope you guys enjoy the video and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.